Coming up on High School Quiz Show, it's the wild card match between Buckingham Brown and Nichols School in Cambridge and Lincoln-Sudbury Regional High School. And that's next on High School Quiz Show. Major funding for High School Quiz Show is provided by Safety Insurance.
Whether you prefer email, texting, or a live person, Safety Insurance is available to help you file a claim and pay your bill. Safety Insurance. We'll help you manage life's storms. Learn more at safetyinsurance.com.
Additional funding is provided by Eastern Bank.
When our communities need a voice, Eastern Bank steps up, stands strong, and does not stay silent. When times get tough,
good speaks up. Join us for good.
This is what it sounds like.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to the 13th season of High School Quiz Show. I'm Billy Costa, your host, and we had hoped we'd all be back together in studio again this year, but as it turns out, I'm here and you're still there. We'll have to make the best of it, and we will. So as they do every single year, teams from across the Commonwealth competed in our incredible Super Sunday qualifying event. Now, 17 of those teams earned a spot in this year's competition, and they are all hoping to become the next High School Quiz Show state champion. In today's match, direct from the comfort of their own homes, of course, we have Buckingham Brown and Nichols School, a.k.a. BB&N, making their quiz show debut. We also welcome back Lincoln-Sudbury Regional High School. And on the BB&N team, we have Bradford. Bradford, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Good. How you surviving? Everything okay?
Yeah, things are great.
All right. Also, Emily. How are you, Emily?
I'm great. How are you?
Good. You look comfy, cozy in there.
I am.
Henry, how you doing?
I'm doing well, Billy. How are you?
I'm doing just fine. And Aaron, how you doing, my friend?
I'm doing great.
All right. We also have alternate Leo and Coach Sinan Parsons. And competing for Lincoln-Sudbury, well, we have Jack. Hey, Jack, how you doing there?
Hi, Billy. How are you?
I'm good. If you don't mind my asking, what room in the house are you right now?
The dining room.
Okay. Well, maybe you got a snack during the show. Henry, how you doing up there?
I'm doing great.
How about you, Gray? How are you?
I'm good. Thank you.
All right. Spencer, you okay?
Yeah, I'm good. How about you?
I'm doing good. I'm looking forward to this round. And also the alternate, Ken and Coach Desiree Butter. Now, the competition has 4 rounds: toss-up, head-to-head, category, and lightning. And throughout the game, a green light is a correct answer. A red light is an incorrect answer. And the gray light means no answer was given. And we're going to start with the toss-up round. All players are active and can score 10 points for their team with a correct answer. There are no point deductions for wrong answers. So teams, if you're all ready, let's go, and good luck. Thanks to the Netflix series The Queen's Gambit, which centuries-old game is experiencing a revival, notably among women? Backgammon, chess, or checkers? Chess is the answer. In August 2021, 20 years after being removed from power in a U.S.-led invasion, the Taliban took control of what capital city of Afghanistan? Kabul, Kandahar, or Herat? Kabul is the answer. In 2021, the White Sox defeated the Yankees in a highly anticipated game at an Iowa cornfield modeled after what 1989 baseball film starring Kevin Costner? Bull Durham, For the Love of the Game, or Field of Dreams? Field of Dreams is the answer. According to the World Health Organization, which of the following accounts for the most premature deaths every year? About 7 million, actually. Is it air pollution, alcohol consumption, or traffic accidents? Air pollution is the answer. Take a look at your screens. In 2021, what director of Nomadland, seen in your screen, became the first woman of color and the second woman in history to win an Oscar for Best Director? Was it Chloe Zhao, Lulu Wang, or Julia Kim? Chloe Zhao, the answer. Which U.S. state lost a House seat after coming up short by 89 people in the 2020 census? North Carolina, Montana, or New York? New York is the answer. After publishing his masterpiece, Leaves of Grass, Walt Whitman worked as a nurse in hospitals for many years, caring for patients wounded during which war? The Spanish-American War, the U.S. Civil War, the War of 1812? The U.S. Civil War. And with one 7-letter word, Mariah, in 2021, what 14-year-old girl became the first African-American winner of the Scripps National Spelling Bee? Was it Zayla Avantgarde, Shanice Howard, or Jasmine Coleman? Zayla Avantgarde is the answer. What country is home to the famed snow monkeys, a species of macaque that lives in the coldest climate of any non-human primate? Japan, China, or Mongolia? Japan is the answer. Take a look at your screens. Here comes the next question.
Hello, I'm Carla Hayden, the 14th Librarian of Congress, and here's my question. After the British burned the original Library of Congress in 1814, what former president agreed to sell his personal library as a replacement? Was it George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, or John Adams?
Thomas Jefferson is the answer, and we move on. In 1950, Harvard astronomer Fred Whipple proposed the dirty snowball theory of what icy objects that orbit the sun? Comets, asteroids, meteoroids? Comets is the answer. New York Governor Andrew Cuomo resigned in 2021 in the wake of a sexual harassment investigation. What lieutenant governor replaced him as the state's first female governor? Letitia James, Kathy Hochul, Andrea Stewart Cousins? Kathy Hochul, the answer. Linear A was the writing system used by what civilization that flourished in the Middle Bronze Age on the island of Crete? Was it Minoan, Sumerian, or Etruscan? Minoan is the answer. What Argentine soccer star who scored the infamous Hand of God goal at the 1986 World Cup passed away in 2020 at the age of 60? Was it Lionel Messi, Diego Maradona, or Alfredo Di Stefano? Diego Maradona is the answer. What Scottish mathematician is best known as the inventor of logarithms? Henry Briggs, Charles Babbage, John Napier? John Napier is the answer. Which U.S. city is located the farthest north? Milwaukee, Fargo, or Indianapolis? Fargo is the answer. And which of the following? Oh, that's the end of the toss-up round. The score right now. BB&N with a total score of 420 points. Lincoln-Sudbury Regional High School, 370 points. Let's hear it for both teams. Good round so far. Okay, the head-to-head round is next, but first we take a few minutes to get to know the players a little bit better, and I've got a question each of you will have a chance to answer, and here it comes. What is your go-to late-night snack and why? And we're going to start with BB&N, and you, Bradford, what is it?
I probably have to go with waffles with a little maple syrup.
There you go.
I don't know, it's just delicious.
Emily, how about you?
Definitely toast with brown sugar and cinnamon. It's just really comforting.
Yes, I'd like to have some right now with coffee. Henry, what's yours and why?
I have the same answer. Toast with butter. It's easy to prepare and goes with anything.
All right. And how about you, Aaron?
I'd have to go with cereal. Just a versatile food.
I was going to say, nobody's saying cereal. A nice bowl of cereal doesn't hurt. Let's go to Lincoln-Sudbury. And you, Jack, your late night snack and why?
It's going to have to be a pint of Ben & Jerry's Half-Baked. Just all the guilty pleasure late night snacks in one.
There you go. And Henry, yours?
Mine's got to be Lucky Charms. It's the undisputed goat of cereal, and it's not really a discussion.
Not even a discussion. Hey, Gray, how about yours?
Dried mango, probably. I always have some on hand.
Good old-fashioned dry mango. And Spencer?
Pretzels, just because they taste good.
Yes. For me, it's pretzels or Cheez-Its, one or the other. And either one works. Cheez-Its are fabulous. Okay, so it's time to move on. And that means all of you are going to go head-to-head. It is an exciting round. So let's go head-to-head. Okay, in this round, correct answers add 10 points to the team total, and there is a 10-point deduction for a wrong answer. And if a player does not answer, there's no impact on the score. So teams, here we go, and good luck. What dynasty ruled Russia from 1613 until 1917? Was it Rurikovich or Romanov? Romanov. What chemical element was known as plumbum to the ancient Romans, lead or mercury? Lead. Name the only Shakespeare play set in Scotland, King Lear or Macbeth? Macbeth. What European dictator was known as Il Duce? Was it Francisco Franco or Benito Mussolini? Benito Mussolini. In the film Black Panther, T'Challa wears a suit made of what fictional metal that's nearly indestructible? Is it vibranium or adamantium? Vibranium is the answer. In 2021, what former French president was sentenced to 3 years in prison for corruption and influence peddling? Was it Nicolas Sarkozy or Francois Hollande? Nicolas Sarkozy is the answer. Who came out of retirement in 2020 to join former teammate Tom Brady as a Tampa Bay Buccaneer? Was it Vince Wilfork or Rob Gronkowski? Rob Gronkowski. And what legendary folk singer sang "We Shall Overcome" at the March on Washington for Civil Rights in 1963? Was it Joan Baez or Judy Collins? Joan Baez is the answer. And that's the end of the round. Let's take a look at the score. Buckingham, Brown, and Nichols right now. 470 points. Lincoln-Sudbury, 400 points. Let's hear it for both teams, everybody. Next up is the category round with the following categories: the River Wild, the Pride of Mount Vernon, Masking for a Friend, Cruella Intentions, Weevil Rock You, and That Ship Has Sailed. Now, teams will be able to select 2 5-question categories, and they have the option to toss 1 question per category to the other team. And teams are able to confer in this round. BB&N, who's the spokesperson going to be for your team? Bradford is the one. And how about Lincoln-Sudbury? Jack will be the spokesperson there. Lincoln-Sudbury, you have a little ground to make up. The good news is you get to choose the first category. So what's it going to be?
You guys thinking Pride of Mount Vernon?
Yeah, I was thinking that.
All right. It's going to be Pride of Mount Vernon.
That's Pride of Mount Vernon. These are going to be questions about George Washington, and for 10 points. In 1754, at age 22, Washington first saw combat at the Battle of Jumonville Glen in Pennsylvania. This was the opening conflict of what war?
French and Indian War.
Yeah. Yeah. Final answer, French and Indian War.
And that would be correct. Now, for 15 points, when told that Washington intended to resign after serving 2 terms as president, what English king said, if he does that, he will be the greatest man in the world?
King George.
Is George III?
You need to be more specific there.
King George. Yeah, King George III. Final answer, King George III.
George III is correct. Now for 20 points, Washington ordered the first vaccine mandates in U.S. history. As commander of the Continental Army in 1777, he ordered all troops to be inoculated against what dreaded disease caused by the variola virus?
I think it wasn't, it was smallpox, I believe.
That's what I think, yeah.
Final answer, smallpox.
And that'll be a correct answer, smallpox. Now for 25 points, Unlike many of his contemporaries, Washington never attended college or received a formal education. In 1749, however, he received his surveyor's license from what college, the second oldest in America after Harvard?
William Mary.
William and Mary, but was it called
Final-
Williams College back then, though?
No, William
What
Mary.
answer? Yeah, final answer, William and Mary.
And the correct answer is the College of William and Mary. Now for 30 points. In 1794, Washington secured passage of what diplomatic treaty with Great Britain in an attempt to resolve outstanding issues from the Revolutionary War?
Is it Jay's Treaty or
1794. I believe it was Jay's Treaty. Greg, do you have any ideas?
I think Jay's.
what's
All right, final answer, Jay's Treaty.
Jay's Treaty is the correct answer. And now, BB&N, you get to choose the category. What's it going to be?
What do you guys think about That Ship Has Sailed?
Yeah, that sounds good to me.
Yep.
Official
Okay,
Bradford?
That Ship Has Sailed.
Okay. Questions about ships. For 10 points, a salvage firm was granted permission in 2020 to recover the Marconi telegraph machine that sent the final SOS signal from what luxury liner that sank in 1912?
Should be
Titanic. Mm-hmm.
All right, final answer, Titanic.
And that is the correct answer, the Titanic, for 15 points. In 2020, after more than 3 years of restoration, the Mayflower II returned to what coastal town in Massachusetts?
Should be Plymouth.
Plymouth, yeah.
Final answer, Plymouth.
And that's a correct answer, Plymouth. Now for 20 points, Charles Darwin formulated his theory of evolution after returning from a voyage around the world aboard what ship?
The Beagle.
Beagle? Mm-hmm.
All right, final answer, the Beagle.
And the Beagle is correct. Now for 25 points, incensed by the loss of the HMS Hood in 1941, a large British force relentlessly pursued and sank what powerful Nazi warship at the Battle of the Denmark Strait?
The Bismarck,
Bismarck.
I believe.
Yep.
Final answer, the Bismarck.
And that's a correct answer, the Bismarck. Now 30 points. The Pearl Harbor National Memorial in Honolulu spans the grave of what ship that suffered the greatest loss of life on December 7th, 1941?
The USS Arizona.
Arizona, yeah.
Final answer, USS Arizona.
And that is correct. Now, Lincoln-Sudbury, you get to choose a category. What's it going to be?
Can we see the category? Yeah. What do you guys think about masking? What do you guys think?
Yeah, Matt, I think that one.
right?
We're gonna go for masking for a friend.
Okay. Thank you, Jack. And these are questions about COVID-19. And for 10 points, in March of 2020, what Forrest Gump star became the first major celebrity to publicly announce he had contracted COVID-19 along with his wife, Rita Wilson?
Tom Hanks.
Tom Hanks, final answer.
Is that a final answer, Jack?
Yeah, Tom
And
Hanks
that's
is
correct,
our final
Tom
answer.
Hanks.
Yeah.
For 15 points, some of the first COVID-19 vaccines authorized for use in the United States are mRNA vaccines. What does the M stand for in mRNA?
Is it messenger?
Yeah, messenger.
I think so. Final answer, messenger.
And messenger is correct. Now for 20 points, along with her cabinet ministers, what New Zealand Prime Minister took a 6-month, 20% pay cut in 2020 in solidarity with those hit by the COVID-19 pandemic?
It's Jacinda Ardern as the Prime Minister. So final answer, Jacinda Ardern.
And that's a correct answer. Now for 25 points, in March 2021, what country music icon literally got a dose of her own medicine, getting a shot of the Moderna vaccine she helped fund with a $1 million donation to Vanderbilt Medical Center?
Dolly Parton.
Yeah, Dolly Parton.
Final answer, Dolly Parton.
Dolly Parton is correct. Now for 30 points, in 2021, what Florida governor faced a growing revolt from several school districts in defiance of his ban on mask mandates in schools?
Ron DeSantis, guys, right?
Yep, dissent.
Yep. Final answer, Ron DeSantis.
Ron DeSantis is a correct answer. And now BB&N, you get to choose another category.
The River Wild, maybe. I think
River. Okay, we'll pick the River Wild.
These are questions about rivers, and for 10 points, what major tributary of the River Severn is best known as the river that runs through Shakespeare's hometown of Stratford, England?
Avon.
Final answer, Avon.
Avon is the correct answer. Now for 15 points. The Hoover Dam sits on the border between Arizona and Nevada. It was built in the 1930s to supply drinking water, generate electricity, and control flooding from what river?
The Colorado.
Yeah, I think that's right.
Colorado. Yeah.
Final answer, the Colorado.
And the Colorado River is correct. Now for 20 points, rising at the U.S. border with Quebec and discharging at Long Island Sound, what is the longest river that runs through New England?
Is it
the Merrimack?
Or the Connecticut?
No,
Might
it's
be
the
Connecticut.
yeah. I mean, the Hudson.
big Connecticut.
Final answer, the Connecticut River.
Connecticut River is correct. Now for 25 points, with a maximum depth of approximately 720 feet, what African river is the deepest river in the world?
Do we think we might want to toss this?
Yeah, I think, yeah. Don't want to toss it.
Okay, Billy, we'll toss this question.
Okay, they're going to toss it to you, Lincoln-Sudbury. Do you have an answer?
So it's not
Zambezi.
I think it's Zambezi because it's not the Nile.
Zambezi.
The Zambezi goes out of Congo. So final answer, Zambezi River.
No, the correct answer would be the Congo River. So now back to BB&N for 30 points. In 1916, a group of Russian nobles plotted to kill the royal advisor Rasputin. He was poisoned, shot twice, beaten unconscious, and thrown into what river in present-day St. Petersburg?
It's not the Volga, right?
The Volga's south.
So do we want to pass on this one?
Yeah, I think passing on this is probably the best idea.
All right, we'll pass, Billy.
Okay, the correct answer is the Neva River. And that's the end of the category round with the score right now. BB&N, 615 points. Lincoln-Sudbury, 575 points. Let's hear it for both teams, everybody. Okay, we are headed into the final round of play. It's the lightning round. All players are active, with each answer adding or subtracting 20 points to a team's total. A decision not to answer does not impact the score. 10 questions in all. Good luck, teams. And here we go. The 5 pillars of Islam are faith, prayer, almsgiving, fasting, and a pilgrimage to what holy city? Mecca or Medina? Mecca. FDR's good neighbor policy attempted to improve U.S. relations with what region? Asia or Latin America? Latin America. In 2021, what NASA spacecraft passed within 645 miles of Ganymede, Jupiter's largest moon? Was it Perseverance or Juno? Juno. Who was just 17 when she recorded George Floyd's murder in Minneapolis in a clip that sparked global protests for police reform? Was it Opal Tometi or Darnella Frazier? Darnella Frazier. What is the female or seed-bearing part of a plant? Is it a stamen or pistil? Pistil. What constitutional amendment outlawed the poll tax as a voting requirement in federal elections? 24th Amendment or 26th Amendment? 24th Amendment. In 2013, what country defied the United States by granting temporary asylum to NSA leaker Edward Snowden? Was it Russia or Ukraine? Russia. In the 1908 children's novel Anne of Green Gables, what is Anne's last name, Mackenzie or Shirley? Shirley is the answer. What U.S. state has shorelines along 4 of the 5 Great Lakes, Wisconsin or Michigan? Michigan. From 1861 to 1946, the royal dynasty, the House of Savoy, sat on the throne of what present-day nation, Italy or France? Italy is the correct answer there. And that is the end of the round and the end of the game with the winning team this week is Lincoln-Sudbury Regional High School with a total score of 875 points. BB&N finishes with 700 75 points. What a round. Congratulations to both teams for a great semifinal. So Lincoln-Sudbury has earned a spot in this year's tournament bracket and moves on to play Andover High School. So join us next week for the match between Belmont High School and Lexington High School. And until then, don't forget you can play a bonus round of High School Quiz Show on your Alexa or Google Home devices. Just ask your smart speaker to play High School Quiz Show, and we'll see you next week. You can watch High School Quiz Show anytime on our YouTube channel. Follow us on Instagram for a look behind the scenes and quizzes that'll keep you thinking. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter for more photos and video. And add some competition to your conversations by sending your friends High School Quiz Show gifts. Major funding for High School Quiz Show is provided by Safety Insurance.
Cyber attacks aren't going away. You can talk to an independent agent about cyber coverage from Safety Insurance. It covers data restoration, data recreation, system restoration, and more. Safety Insurance. We'll help you manage life's storms, even the cyber kind.
Additional funding is provided by the Museum of Science.
The Museum of Science. Trekking around the Arctic has never been easier. You can get lost in the mystery and find beauty in Arctic adventure, exploring with technology. On exhibit now, only at the Museum of Science. More at MOS.org.